Good evening, YouTube watchers. My name's Berenice. They call me Belle. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to do a practice of feathers. Some of you have been watching me and saying, yes, I want to do me feathers. I've done this red one. Working with a small screen, I can't see it. Miles away. So I've done this red one a few weeks ago. I've just done this one this evening. I've got a quilt with cream borders and I really want to put these feathers on them, maybe all over the quilt if I'm brave. But so I'm practicing this, and I've got grey thread at the top, cream at the bottom, and that seems to be works out okay. Yeah. Praying here. So I've made up some panels, made up some grids, well, long lines as if they were 2.5 inch borders, and I've marked the central line, and I'm going to mark the actual plumes on as well, feathers, to give me a guide. You don't have to iron them off now, you know, you don't have to stay on the line, but it gives you, especially when you're learning, you know, I can't go blank. I'd have square feathers, I know I would. So we're going to see how we go with this, eh? I did make another kind of, as cables moving, another kind of grid, and it is squares, and I don't know whether to put different patterns in each one. I've seen the Quilting Nerd, love her site, her YouTube channel, doesn't speak, just music, but it's just right on there, lots of different patterns, really effective, great way to practice. So it's a Sunday evening, I was getting a bit bored, hand sewing, binding, go and practice this. Excuse my voice, or if I feel a bit chesty, I'm still recovering. It's about 4 weeks chest infection, 3 lots of antibiotics, 2 lots of steroids, but it's not pneumonia. I didn't end up in hospital, so I'm happy. Yeah, so that's the project for an hour this evening. Pretty good though, I'm really pleased with it, because 6 weeks ago I was lucky if I could do the straight line or the wavy line. Right, so I'll put you up close up. I'm drawing these plumes here. They're small here because they are 2.5 inch border it's going to be. When I first done it, see, like a half heart, and I was going up like I was sewing it, but as I'm getting the swing of it, I'm hesitating here because I'm thinking how I'm doing this. It's like a half heart. Some of them are a little bit square, but see, then I go up here when I'm sewing and back, and this is the bit, this double bit, that's always the hard part, I find. I know you're looking down at, see, I could have gone in a bit different there. See, and then when I get there, I'll go back to there and then come up. See, and that one could be a small one. And then I can twist it over, couldn't I? It's these kind of things, you know, that you've got to learn. But I'm drawing them like that at the moment. I don't really want them in a line there, you know, I want them different shapes. Trouble is, if I come down there, I've got quite a bit of long to go over the same line. I've watched quilters doing it by hand, and I'm probably being over fussy. As long as I'm not 1/2 inch out, it'll be alright. But when you're close up, working so close and seeing all your mistakes, it has the old brain in, doesn't it? And I found as well that when you're sewing this line, so I'll start here, like, I've got to remember it's like a heart, see, in and then, see, then you've already sewn this centre line, you see, and you've got to stay on it, but it gives it a little bit more depth. I've seen people do 3 or 4 lines over one line, and it really is effective. As I say, I'm still learning, so this is why I'm sort of speaking aloud here. So see, I'm going I'm hoping you can see that. Probably, you know, it's upside down for you, but I can't move the camera. I can't cope with that tonight. So, you know, straight on the line. And we'll do a little bit bigger plume. There we go. And I'm going to go out there. And that's how I'm doing it. This is an iron away pen. I know I'm okay. I've tested it on this fabric. And this is the fabric that I'm going to use, or is on my quilt. I've wanted to do this for so long. And again, doing it on a practice would be easier than a whole quilt, especially in the middle of a quilt. So that's why I want to do quite a bit of practice. I'm usually a little bit impatient with these things, I must admit. I'm a patient person, except for when I want to do something myself. I can teach someone, and it doesn't matter if it takes me 5 minutes or 5 hours. I'm patient, but I'm not with myself. But I'm learning to slow down in my old age. So that's a good thing. Mental health, isn't it? We'll look after ourselves. So, see, kind of hard. See, that's a nice bloom, you know. And it doesn't have to be exactly opposite each other, because feathers are not. So I'll make these ones a little bit smaller here, and then I might come out again. There we go. We don't want it too small. I want to get it finished, Belle. So just checking my camera to make sure you can see. So if I go right round like that, you see that's quite a bit to go back away. I've gone double line just to show you, but I don't want to go too near that border. That my dividing line. That's a bit. See, straight on that centre line. See, but you have to go just a little bit over to come back, you know, to get that round part there. See, that's what I'm finding. As I say, there's probably other better, well, there probably will be a lot better ways than I'm doing it, but this is my learning process, so you can see my mistakes and shouting at me, do it that way, Belle, you're doing that wrong, Belle. Leave comments, let me know. Like anything in life, if somebody tells you or has a better way, it's a great learning curve. My coffee shop, I say, my coffee shop thing. Well, the drawing is pretty good. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. So, oh dear, now we've got to go and do it, haven't we? I've got grey thread at the top so I can see it a little bit better, and kept the cream at the bottom. I probably won't do that. No, oh no, I won't do that on my quilt. But I just wanted to so I could see it, see all the errors on my way. So we should go and get a close up, eh? So here we are, a little bit closer to this practice bit that I done. As I said, this one I done a few weeks ago. I'll be doing other quilts, obviously. Now this one I done this evening. It's an iron away pen, and I've ironed it away. So not too bad. It's these going back over that I have trouble with, you know, come down. How much can you see there? That's fine. And then going back over. Obviously if I use the same colour that won't show as much, but I wanted to use the grey on this shiny fabric. I bought it for Christmas, I haven't used it. So I thought I'd use it for practice. But anyway, waffling here. Yeah, see, but that's close up. But, you know, when you see it from a distance, you're not going to notice that, you know. It's because we're sitting, you know, 2 inches away. So, this is what I've drawn, which I've already shown you, but I thought this is a close up. I mean, even drawing it is muscle memory, they call it, and that, you know, is it needs a little bit of practice. I'm just looking at the video if I'm a little bit louder. A bit of nightmare with mics. Don't need a mic, it sounded fine. I've got a new phone. Hopefully that's better. So, here we've got to take the plunge. Got to take the plunge. And I'm going to start on the left-hand side. Okay, as I say, it is practice. It's not my proper quilt. I've got 2 quilts actually. I've been making 2 quilts and they've got a lot of cream space on them. So this is why I want to practice this, making me practice. Just lift the underneath on. It doesn't give me much of a tail, this machine, for dragging it through. I could get it with a little bit of pliers, but anyway, that's a different story. We're not going down that road. So, right, Belle, what do you do with your gloves? Hide in them, so I don't have to do it. And that. I have set the speed. It's not the fastest, so I'm going to go up a way and back down. I'll find if I come that way and round. Yeah, I found it easier. Try not to double lines. Can you see there? I'm still dithering. Obviously, the foot's in the way, but this is all I can do. See, I'm not on the line. I'm trying to keep nice and smooth round the corner, you know, round there. Which is, again, it's not easy to do, you know. I am doing it that way, but, you know, sometimes I'm thinking to myself now, you know, to do it sideways. But obviously when you're doing a quilt, throw it at the machine, see? All these things, isn't it? Complicate us, but that's the good thing about learning. Right, deep breath, relax shoulders, and that. Off we go. I'm stopping there so I can talk to you, but I've got quite a bit of curve to come round there now. See that? To get back to there, somewhere around about there, to do this one. That's my thinking. See, because I've got this space anyway, it's only a little one, I could do it this way, but it's confusing. Right, so I don't want to go too far off the line. Right. Take your time. See, Beryl? Take your time and it works. Instead of rushing. Don't have to go do the whole thing at the same speed. So now I'm making the next top of the plume. And down like a heart. Now I've got to meet the stem part of the feather. I don't know what you call it. It's like a leaf, isn't it? So I'm going to go over that again. I'm going a bit faster than I want, but I found if I was going too slow, stitches weren't coming out right. I couldn't get that flow at the top of the plume nice. That's what I found. So that's, again, I'm going to stop in there because I'm talking, but that's again quite a long, going to go back away quite a long way. See how I didn't get it quite round? So I'm at the top of the plume now, and now I can go round. that a bit, see, because I didn't slow down. But don't panic, innit? I'm stopping there because I'm going to go down the centre spine again and back up. And back up to the start of the next plume. I'm going to stop there. Yeah, I'm finding that better. Stop and give myself time to think, you know, instead of woo woo. Does that make sense? I got a cough. I did tell you I've been suffering from a cold chest infection for a few weeks. I'll just remind you again. Back down the spine, so I've met again. It's a bit confusing when you see with all the red lines, you know, you think, oh, look at the mess she's made. But, or I say that to myself as well, is what I'm really saying. When you iron that off, it's quite hopefully impressive, you know, as long as you haven't got squares on it, you know, like that sort of thing, you're fine. Well, I'm going to say I'm fine. I don't know who I'm trying to convince, you or me. But anyway, let's go again, shall we? Right, so I'm going to stay on the same line, which I have done, see? This is all improvement for me. This is fantastic. I'm loving it. See, I'm going to stop there again. You know, I went right way past this line. See it there? That's fine, but I've got to get to there or thereabouts now to come back on this one. Yeah. Right, now you've got to stay on the track. Take your time. You're a learner. Yeah, that's good. I'm thinking about a cup of tea, actually. It's brewing out in my kitchen. I've got to go and get it. There, so I've met the spine. I mean, you know, compared to this one I done an hour ago, because I had trouble with the mic. Well, that's my fault. Yeah, between that one and this one, there's an improvement already. You see what I mean? It's, yeah, I can see that one there. But to say, if that was cream cut thread on cream background, you wouldn't even notice it. Right, let's pause you there for a minute while I go and get a cuppa. So, I've given it a press, I've taken the red lines out, and that's not bad, is it? I think that'll pass muster, especially when it's in the cream on cream. I'm a very happy lady. That's taken me a few years, on and off, but a couple of months anyway, that since I first mentioned to you that I want to do feathers. Now the size of the stitches are small. That's because my machine's going fast and I'm not going fast enough. But it's these curves that I was worrying about. I found that when I was going slower on the machine speed, it wasn't curving as nice. But that'll come with practice, where I can get the stitches that little bit bigger, you know, consistent, instead of 10 to the millimetre. So I shall carry on. I will still draw my plumes, because that's guiding me. As I said, it's a guide. It's not, you don't have to stick to them lines, you know. That's where you get this thing in your head. Oh, I've got to stay on the line, you know, the world's going to end if I don't. But it's fine. I mean, there's a double line here, a little bit off. You'll see it clearly. Again, you know. But I say, I was impressed. Like, I could have come down there and made that lovely centre line thicker. It really is impressive, like, because when you first do it, you think you mustn't do that. It's, you know, you'll have the quilt police after you. It's not. So I hope you're just as pleased as I am for a not first attempt, you know, just 4, 5, 6, I don't know. But it doesn't take long, and I noticed, you know, see, look at that, that's lovely stitching around there. I'm getting my thoughts, I'm impressed with myself. Stop it. Yeah, it's just that muscle memory, isn't it, you know. I mean, I went off the lines, but I managed, you know, to get round. I'm impressed with that one. I love that one. Yeah, hope you make you laugh at my little antics, see. But if I can do it, you can do it, okay? Get on that machine. Practice. Like anything in life, you've got to practice. So again, I've lined off the red lines. Yeah, I can see mistakes. That's a long one that I don't like. A couple of lines. That one's not good. But when you look at it all together, that's pretty good. My chair's creaking. That's pretty good. Well, I'm happy, really happy. And that's it, isn't it? It's taking that first step, getting it done, and it's got to get better. It's just got to get better. The size of my stitches, you know. I'm still impressed with that one over there. That really sticks out. Yeah. I went back and forward there, you might have noticed. They didn't really work, you know. But that'll come in time where you can emphasise that stem, make it like 3D, single, and then go back over a few. It will make it real 3D looking. I've seen that. Yeah, the Quilting Nerd is really, I like her, like, she's really inspired me. So she doesn't speak. Bit of text on. But I fall asleep. It's so relaxing watching it. That's a sad life I have. But if you're quilter, you'll understand. So anyway, I might I'm going to carry on with this, but I might video more. So you can see the whole panel being... I was going to come down a way, but I'm not going to now because I quite like that as it is. That will make a reminder, a little wall hanging for me, I think.